Here are the changes for all the minions in Battlegrounds for patch 25.2.2 that came out this week. There's some armor changes here. I'm not going to go too much into that. A couple of heroes have gained more armor. Pyramid went to armor tier 3 and Sylvanas went to armor tier 4. I actually like Sylvanas, this new expansion, especially if you're playing with undead. Card changes. So before I get into this, I feel Quillbore has gotten a bum rap for this season. They took out Bunker. I'm still upset about that. Cry myself to sleep every night. Bunker was an awesome card and they shouldn't have taken it out, especially now. I feel that the Quillbore that they put in did not replace Bunker, and I have not seen anybody dominating any board state with Quillbore right now, so I'm hoping they give more love to Quillbore upcoming, or maybe do some more buffs. I just don't think this is it. Thorn Captain went from 4 attack 1 health to 4 attack and 2 health. I played this today and yesterday, and it was a little better, but it was just something that I wasn't picking up, wasn't running to get, and as soon as the opportunity presented itself, this was a sell. So I think it needs to do a little bit more, or, you know, I don't know, maybe give it a little bit more health at the start, because 1 health here and there until the next turn, and then at the end of the turn everything went back. It didn't work for me, pardon me. Eternal Knight, 4 attack and 1 health went to 3 attack and 1 health. Absolutely necessary. You know, we all said that we thought that Undead was a little overtuned when the expansion came out, and some of these things were definite changes that are necessary. Ghoul of the Feast went from Avenge 1 to give a friendly minion of each minion type 3 attack to Avenge 1, give a friendly minion of each minion type plus 2 attack. I think this should have went to Avenge 2. I like this card. This card is very powerful, even with that 2 attack. I've seen multiple games where this is just dominating up to turn 7, 8, and 9, and I myself used it yesterday, and I'm not a huge, highly ranked player in Battlegrounds. I think I've got anywhere right now, I think like a 3 to 4k MMR, and this was easily an auto keep for the first 5-6 rounds of the game. Puffer Quill. Again, we're going back to the Quillbore conversation. It went from 2 attack and 4 health to 2 attack and 6 health. I played with this card a little bit, and again, I think that maybe this thing should have been Gain Poisonous forever. I'm not sure. I just know that the synergy with it, if you didn't have a Quillbore and Naga centric board, it was okay. It's barely useful. Okay, for 4 mana, I don't know. Rip Snarl Captain went from when another pirate friendly pirate attacks, give it +2/+2 to now +3/+3. This is good. This is needed. I'm definitely a fan of the pirates. I do see that this card, if you have a board of pirates, you're selling this one off of your board almost immediately for something better. So maybe this is a little bit better for a pirate board. I don't personally use this one a lot, but anything that'll help the pirates become a little bit stronger, I like it. Master of Realities went from tier 5 to tier 4, and the change of health and mana. Health and attack went from a 6/6 to a 4/4. This card was pretty synergistic with the Murloc Elemental, the one that went 1/1. I've seen boards go to 6 rounds without a loss with one of these and 2 of those Murloc Elementals. So I think this was a good idea. Just tone it down a little bit. Anubarak, Nerubian King, went from a 5 attack 3 health to a 4 attack 3 health, and the undead have 1 attack. They reduced it from a Tavern Tier 5 to a Tavern Tier 4. I think all of these changes were good. I definitely think that the 2 attack was way too high. So pushing this down a little bit more is good. I didn't see this when I was playing this morning, that it went from a Tavern Tier 5 to a 4. So that's a pleasant surprise. I'll have to play around with this a little bit more. Magma Lock, that's the one I was talking about. So, Magma Lock and Master of Realities, that combo was very strong these past 2 weeks. So, it went from a Tavern Tier 4 to a Tavern Tier 5. I think this is a definitely good change. Getting this on 4 and then having 1 or 2 other elementals, especially Master Realities, it was tough not to walk around and not see a 300 Magma Lock. So I like this one. I like this change a lot. I still like the card too. Soul Splitter. The Reborn, let's see, the Reborn stayed the same, it looks like, but it went from Tavern Tier 4 to Tavern Tier 5, and it was given a little bit more attack. This is good. I don't see it being a big deal. A couple of these on the board when you have a lot of minions, a lot of undeads, especially when they're strong, this can be a problem. So I like it moving up to Tavern Tier 5. Vanessa went from give your pirates +2/+1 permanently to +2/+2 permanently. This was good. This was another one when you're working with a board of pirates that this one is one of the first ones to be thrown out of your hand, off of your board. So I like this change. I don't know if this is something that would make it, okay, let's keep this one on longer unless it was buffed pretty heavily, but I like it. I especially like the golden version where it gives the pirates +4/+4 permanently. Cyborg Drake went from 2 attack and 8 health, and your Divine Shield minions have +10 attack to 2 attack and 10 health Divine Shield, and your Divine Shield minions have +8 attack. I don't see this change making any significant adjustment to this card. I haven't used this yet. I don't play a lot of Battlegrounds games, not as much as I would love to, but I haven't seen this played much, so I don't think the changes that they made are going to make this an auto keep or an auto buy type of situation, but we'll see. I like dragons. I love the synergy of the cards, but there's not enough ways of giving your cards constant divine shields. There's the new dragon that will give up to 2 minions divine shield, but for it to just go up to +8 attack, I don't see that being a necessity. There's other cards that I would pick instead of Sideboard Drake in those situations. Sin Runner Blanchie went from 4 attack, 4 health to 3 attack and 3 health. This is good. This thing could get pretty heavy. With it being an undead and a beast, it had some opportunity there to really dominate some board states. So I think this is a good change. It's not too drastic. I think it'll work. Toxfin went from tier 6 to tier 5 on the tavern. This is good. Murloc, once undead came on board, I have not seen a Murloc poison board in forever. It was still possible with Toxfin back in the day. I just don't see it. Now, whether that means that everybody's just playing undead and they're not focusing on Murlocs, or it's more difficult, but this will give it a little bit more love. I like this change. I like it being a tier 5. Now that I know this, I will start looking for it on tier 5 instead of tier 6, as I did this morning for 2 games. I was like, where's Toxfin? Where's Toxfin? Because I'm looking in the wrong tavern tier. Grease Spot. After a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, give it +2/+2 permanently, is now a +3/+2. If I was not mistaken, wasn't Greasebot like hella powerful back in the day? I don't know why it needed a buff, but it's fine. It is what it is. Again, I don't see a lot of Divine Shield synergies here that would need it, besides mech here and there. So this can go or stay, no biggie. Fell Stomper went from 3 attack and 7 health to 3 attack and 8 health, and they reduced the give your minions plus 3 attack to now give your minions plus 2 attack. I think this was good. While this wasn't anything that was massive, I know that this was one of the reasons why people were saying that Undead was so powerful. So I think bringing this down a little bit more was a good idea, instead of the 3 attack, 2 attack. And it's a demon and a beast, so I mean this could number 1 work with anything, because it says after you summon a minion in combat, give your minions plus 4 attack. So anything with Reborn is fair game. You do this right, it doesn't matter if it has a tribe synergistic board. It could be anything in there with Reborn. So next one, Sister Death Whisper went from a 4 attack, 11 health. Whenever a friendly minion is reborn, give your undead +1, +3 permanently. Is now a 4 attack, 9 health, where wherever a friendly minion is reborn, give your undead +1, +2 permanently. This is good. Like I said, undead was a little bit too powerful, so let's just scale it back a little tiny bit. This one works. Eternal Summoner. This is the one that I'm most happy about. 8 attack, 1 health, Death Rattle, summon 2 Eternal Knights, is now a 6 attack, 1 health, Reborn, Death Rattle, summon 1 Eternal Knight. This one was very powerful. You know, this is the one that usually got reborn no matter what in the regular games, and then you had 2 Eternal Knights that, you know, the Eternal Knight was gain stats after every Eternal Knight wherever they are on your board dies. This was pretty powerful. You'd sit there, and after 1 or 2 hits, you'd have almost a board full of 4 Eternal Knights that were all like 40/20s. So I like this one. Okay, that's it for the Battlegrounds minions changes for Hearthstone Patch 25.2.2. Besides that, there's some bug fixes. They fixed a bug resulting in an unintended changes to Magister's Apprentice. Didn't see that bug, but I'm glad they fixed bugs. Text fixes to Magister, Dawn Grasp, and Wildheart Guff. Not sure what that was. And then fixed a bug in duels where Hematology could be used while you have 0 corpses, resulting in the mana being spent and no effect happening. So, bug fixes and game improvements were also in patch 25.2.2. That's it for this week. If you like some of these things, going over and reviewing the cards and the patch notes, I'd love to do more of this. I love being in casual mode, so just let me know what you guys think. Comment, subscribe, like it, and tell everybody that you know in your family that I have a YouTube channel. Thanks. Talk to you soon.